Are you still unsure about your niche? Feeling too scared to pick something specific because you might leave somebody out? Or are you worried about getting it wrong? Let me tell you the truth. Staying broad with your niche is costing you clients. It's keeping you from doing what it is you know deep down you are meant to do. And it's keeping your business stalled out. You may feel like the world's best kept secret and you're not showing up, or maybe you are showing up, but nobody is responding. And it's not because you're not a great coach, because I know you are. It's because your message isn't landing. People don't know you're talking to them. It is far too generic. And that always comes back to your niche. It does. You guys, welcome. I'm Debbie Shadid. I help female coaches just like you build boutique style coaching businesses, profitable businesses without paid ads, without tech headaches, and without being too reliant on social media. Today, I want to walk you through a process where you can finally feel confident about your niche and why it's the number one thing standing between you and the clients that you want. When your niche is vague, people scroll right past you. They don't stop, they don't buy. And because your niche isn't catching their attention, all of your ideal clients, this is just another post to them that looks blah. But let's be real, what it's really costing you is money. Money and impact, actually. And you're not making either of those, money or impact. And I know you're putting in the effort. Chances are you're showing up, you're posting, you're making plans, like you're working really hard to get some results. But without a clear message that speaks to one person, no one knows that you are talking to them. So they're not hiring you, right? Simply put, there's no reason to hire you. You know what happens when no one hires you? I hate to tell you the truth, but most coaches quit. Not because they're not good at coaching, not because they're not passionate about what they do, not because they don't care, but because they just are confused. Like, why is what I'm doing not working? They become filled with self doubt. They have zero results to show for the effort that they've made, making them feel like this thing's never going to work. Can you relate? There's a danger to staying so generic. It keeps you invisible and it keeps you stuck. And your dream of this coaching business that you so deeply desire, you guys, it never even gets born. But so why does this matter? Because your niche client deserves to be served by you and your message needs to be heard. You deserve to be paid for the powerful work that you do. So let me walk you through exactly why niching works, how to validate your niche with real data. And look, you guys, I'm going to give you an example today. I want you to fill in the blank for what it is that you want to do. And I bet you already know what you really want your niche to be. And I bet you it's probably narrower than what you're coaching around right now. So maybe you have something generic right now going on, like I help women feel better. That is too vague. There's no hook, there's no emotion, there's zero connection there. So let's get specific. Okay, let's narrow it down. I know you're scared to leave people out, but let's use this example. Just follow with me. What if you said, I help women over 50 who struggle with anxiety, who feel let down by traditional medical treatments? Can you see how specific that is? That message is clear. It's targeted to women over 50, targeted to women with anxiety, not just women who want to feel better. And it can be validated with very clear research. Now, I did some research with this niche that I just decided to pick as an example for you guys. I've never researched anxiety for women over 50 who are tired of traditional medical options and they're looking for something else. So this is brand new to me too. You're never going to believe what I found out. So the first question I put in when I searched online was, how many women in the US deal with anxiety? 40 million adults suffer from anxiety. And it said that women are twice as likely to be affected. So then I said, how many women over 50 deal with anxiety? So it's about 1 in 5 women 50 plus deal with significant anxiety symptoms. Now, then I went on to say, how many women are unhappy with traditional medical treatments? Here's what I got back. Close to 50% of these women report dissatisfaction with medications and they want to have more holistic options. So I went on to say, how many are actively seeking help? It says the self-help and coaching market is booming, especially with emotional health and lifestyle transformation. Wow, this is looking good, isn't it? So, who does these studies? This research is so good, and you can do the same research for yourself. So, again, how many people want to hire a life coach for anxiety support? Says there's a growing demand for non clinical emotional health support. Coaching is becoming the go to solution. If these stats support your idea, which they do, it's not a small pond. This is a giant ocean of possibilities. Over 40 million adults suffer from anxiety. We already know women are twice as likely to be affected by it. And we also know that 1 in 5 women over 50 deal with it. You guys only need 30 to 40 clients to be fully booked and to have an incredibly profitable business. This is why narrowing down helps. So think about it. What could you offer if that was your niche? Now, all of a sudden, everything becomes more clear. By example, you might say for women who are over 50 dealing with anxiety, here's what your life could look like. How about you could end exhaustion from overthinking? You could repair strained relationships. Maybe you're even missing out on travel or adventures because you are filled with fear. Maybe you've been held back from your passions, from retirement dreams, and from career moves. How about health challenges from long term stress? Do you have some? Maybe all you're seeking is peace, confidence, energy, and joy. And guess what? The transformational coaching that I can give you is exactly to help you with that. See how it would sound, you guys? If this conversation is resonating with you and you're thinking, okay, I want to do this, but I don't even know where to start. I hear what you're saying, Debbie. Look, don't worry. I've got you covered. I've created something just for you. Today's session is sponsored by my all new mini course, The Profitable Niche Blueprint, where we're going to take a deep dive into this so you won't be spinning with niche drama. This course will walk you through how to choose a niche that's aligned and profitable, how to validate it with research beyond what I'm talking about today, and how to turn it into clear messaging that connects with real clients. Finally, you guys will feel confident. You'll know who you help. You'll know how to talk about your business. So head over to debbieshadid.com/shop and start building a business that you will love. So here's the bottom line when it comes to niching down. With the example I shared for you guys, if there are hundreds of thousands of women over 50 who are looking for a better way to handle anxiety, here's the deal. You don't need all of them. You just need like 40 of them. Again, this will create for you an incredibly impactful boutique style coaching business that you will enjoy. You're not going to be narrowing down too far. And I bet you when we started this, you would have said, oh no, Debbie, age 50, women with anxiety who failed or who don't want traditional medicines and medical support, you would have said that that was too narrow of a niche. Now I proved to you there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women, maybe even millions. So you're not narrowing down too far. The same would apply for you. So begin to validate your niche once you do the research by talking and having real conversations with people. You can even run polls on social media. Ask questions to understand what your dream client is really struggling with, just to assure that it's aligned with what you have in mind. When you do that, you're going to know exactly how to speak to that person from this point on. Let's recap. Number one, being afraid to niche down is costing you more than what you realize. It's costing you money, clients, and maybe even your dream of having a coaching business that you love. Number two, you can validate any niche with simple research online. Seriously, go to Google, use AI, find out the answers that you need to prove to yourself, right? We're trying to prove to you that the niche that you have is good. I really want to encourage you, print off that information, keep it handy, because you know what happens? When you get started on something, it doesn't work as fast as what you think. You're going to say, oh no, it's my niche. The niche is the problem. Oftentimes women will come to me and they've already got a niche. They're like, it's not working. And I'm like, okay, number one, it's not clear enough. Number two, you're not marketing enough. Niche is typically never the problem. Okay. So when you've narrowed it down, remember, you don't need a bunch of people. All right. So the third part I want to recap for you is that people pay to get out of pain. And the transformation that you sell is why they're going to hire you. All right. Number four, just remember, I'm recapping to you. You don't need everyone. You just need a few dozen people that are aligned with you to have an incredibly beautiful coaching business, one that's profitable and one that you'll enjoy. So now, if this resonated with you, if you're like, okay, I know where I'm going with my niche, Or maybe you have remaining questions. Let's talk, book a business assessment session with me. In our call, here's what's going to happen. We're going to clarify your niche so you stop second guessing yourself. And then we're going to create a simple strategy for getting clients with the skills that you currently have. Then we're going to talk about your boutique style business plan, one that's doable and that feels aligned with who you are and what you want to do. So head to debbieshow.com/schedule to schedule your call today. Let's do it, you guys. Make sure you head over also and check out our shop. We've got all kinds of things to support you. debbieshow.com/shop. Grab the profitable niche blueprint. You don't need to be scared of niching anymore. I've explained to you how to do the research. You don't need to be stuck in indecision. You just need clarity, a little proof, which you can get from your research, and a lot of heart, which I know you already have. That's what I'm here to help you with. Thanks for watching. I will see you in our next session. Talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.